There is so much that has to be said. I can no longer hold it in any longer. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Undivided Attention 96. Hi, my name is Angelina.
And I'm Angelica.
And this is our podcasting channel where we talk about controversial subjects that are affecting our culture and how we live amongst one another as a whole in the geopolitical scheme. So, as you saw in the title, we're going to talk about his show getting shut down, Jimmy Kimmel. We're going to try to keep this brief.
Right.
I know this decision to no longer have his show on air
Has become very political
and negatively charged, so we'll be very precise about it. For those who are just joining in and has no idea what this is, if you haven't heard, Charlie Kirk is a political commentator who has been on this journey since he was 18 years old.
for Turning Point USA.
And is the founder of that organization. 31 years old is the age that he died, to go to college campuses and then have an open dialogue about some of the politics that are currently ruling over every aspect of our life and how we live. He got assassinated in Utah, shot in the neck with a rifle
On stage.
as he was
Like an animal.
as he was discussing some of those topics. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. This happened on September 10th, 2025. I don't think that it's a coincidence that it happened the day before 9/11.
Right. And Angelina brought that to my attention. I'm like, wow, like, that's crazy. And also he got shot right when they were talking about, like, gun violence and, like, transgender issues.
It was full of malice, although the suspect, whose name is Tyler Robinson, he said that Charlie was so full of hatred.
Robinson says, "Why did I do it?" Roommate says, "Yeah." Robinson says, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out."
How much more hate is there in someone's heart to assassinate a father of two little children, a husband, and a God-loving man?
And sacrificed his whole life for that cause.
And to be honest with you, I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole. His freedom of speech was taken from him through murder. And anyone who's more upset about the show getting shut down than the murder, the slaughter
Of an innocent man.
of an innocent and free man
In
who
America.
was expressing his views in America, they're indoctrinated terrorists.
It's free speech when we mock a man's death. That's what they say. Then it's fascism when we get the consequences.
To fix your mouth and make jokes about this man losing his life when you do exactly the same thing that he does, which is give your unsolicited opinion. There's somebody out there that don't like you either.
We are not going to be made to feel bad about y'all bullshit heroes that consistently spewed harmful rhetoric, that consistently put people's lives in danger with the bullshit platform that he was given by all of you racist
And I stand firm with that statement. It is clear that this country needs to be divided
Yes.
before the people who are able to see the dysfunction get slaughtered and become collateral damage to the incitement of violence and hate that is spreading rampant in our country right now.
Charlie Kirk gets shot and killed today.
Girl, someone had to do it.
You have no morals. Charlie's dead.
What more could he possibly ask for? It's a tribute, a legacy to the pointlessness of his life.
And is not being censored on social media either.
Or television shows that had the liberty to spew hate and negativity for the past 5 years.
Let's look at how the media professionals covered this tragic event, this act of domestic terrorism. Here is MSNBC.
In which a shooting like this happens.
You can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure.
He's one of MAGA's most prominent voices on.
Right. I cannot believe someone would kill
another person because they were speaking their beliefs.
1963, Medgar Evers was assassinated. In 1963, JFK was assassinated.
Like ABC allowed that to happen until the reaction became so negative that they pulled the show.
Exactly.
Like, why was it allowed in the first place?
And I'm happy that they made that decision. That was the right call. There's a difference between freedom of speech and hate speech. And the commentary that Jimmy Kimmel had made on his show that caused him to get canceled was very displaced. He was criticizing the president over his grief. And I watched the clips, and I will say,
it didn't really make any sense to me. He was just saying a bunch of things that were unrelated and was trying to make a point out of it. It just didn't click.
Why negatively criticize the president on the heels of an assassination over a party that is clearly being targeted when the president himself was nearly assassinated twice?
Which can actually breed to more of those instances.
So, to be fair, when President Donald Trump was asked what he thought about Charlie being dead, and then he went on a tangent with talking about the ballroom being constructed.
By the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom.
That in itself was very weird. I don't know what is going on with our president right now, but he needs our prayer. That was a very
disjointed,
inappropriate comment to make on such a tragedy. With that being said, Charlie Kirk was highly honored by the president when he was slaughtered with no ambulance. The Utah University campus.
No EMTs, no ambulance.
He had to
nothing.
be ushered into a limousine or some sort
of
van.
Of a car to the hospital as he was bleeding to death. What a tragic way to die.
He was given military honor. He was delivered through a governmental airplane. It was very respectfully done, and the president had authorized for all of that to occur. So regardless of the remarks that he made verbally, his actions speak way louder. And the fact that Jimmy Kimmel was kind of emphasizing on that, you have to remember that the president is 80 years old. But I truly believe that President Trump loves this country and is doing everything within his power to save it.
Let's talk about those celebrities who had the courage all of a sudden to speak up about this. Once his show was canceled, Jimmy Kimmel's.
I was just about to go into that.